Hey YouTube, it's been a while and I know I just started my YouTube page and I start slacking already. So one of the reasons why I started my YouTube page is to train myself into being more consistent with things, because I have a hard time with consistency. We all have our faults. Best way to clear up those faults is to first admit them. So today I want to talk about energy vampires. Ooh. This is a topic I've been talking about with a friend of mine. You know who you are. And I finally got her to watch Infinite Waters. I hope you guys are subscribed to him. I absolutely love him. He's like Chach to me. So one thing about energy vampires, well, let me back up. An energy vampire is someone in your life that literally drains energy from you by getting attention from you. Negative attention. So this is the person that when your phone rings and you see their name, you're like, ooh, I ain't answering that. Or when you see them out, you're trying to dodge them, trying to keep the conversation short, because they always bringing some BS to you. Like, just on some negativity, trying to poke the bear, trying to catch you slipping, always trying to, like, challenge how you feel or what you said or your beliefs, always trying to twist your words. And then also what they do is they like dump all of their issues and stuff on you and make you feel like everything is your fault. So this can be someone you're in a relationship with. It can be your child. It can be your parents. It could be your best friend that you've had since you were like little. I've definitely gone through that. And you know, it could be your boss, which is definitely a relationship you can sever. But, you know, if you know me personally, I don't believe in having a boss. But, yeah. So, I'm sure as I was describing, you know, this person, I'm sure everyone has one, maybe two, maybe three of these type of people in their lives. And, I guess some tips to deal with these type of people is to stop the relationship with them. I don't have all the answers, but that is what helped me with dealing with energy vampires, whether they were friends, associates, co-workers, bosses, whatever. Now, when it comes to family, it may be a little bit more difficult. Some of you will say that it is not, because I know a lot of people don't speak to certain people in their family. But if there are some people that you're not able to necessarily delete out of your life, what you can do is be honest with the person. Tell them how they make you feel, and tell them that you know that they're kind of getting a kick out of riling you up. Now, some energy vampires do know what they're doing, and they do it on purpose. Like, they look forward to getting this weird interaction with you because it feeds them. It's basically feeding their lower self. So if they can pull some of your good energy out of you, it actually feeds the negative energy in them, and it just makes them feel so elated when they've gotten you to the point where you've yelled at them or lashed out at them. And then there are some energy vampires that don't know that they're energy vampires, and it's just some character flaws. I've definitely been an energy vampire myself in past relationships. I've been one at work before, because I didn't like where I was at, so I was just like spewing all this negative stuff, instead of me just saying like, you know what, I quit, this place is beat. If y'all can't see it, then oh well, I don't need to, you know, bring all that negative energy up to everybody else. What for? Everybody grows at their different pace, and some people will never leave a situation, so it's really not your place to keep telling the person over and over again like, yo, this is some BS, like this place is this and that person treats you like trash, and you know, it ain't even worth it. Keep that energy for yourself and go look for something else. So for the people that don't know that they are energy vampires, these are the people that you can probably, you know, sit down and say like, you know what, I have to be honest with you. When you try to dump all your issues on me, or when you blame me for everything, it makes me feel, you know, this and that way. Now, some of them will be totally surprised and will apologize to you, and maybe they'll change the way they interact with you in particular. And the point isn't to like try to make somebody change. It's just to make sure that people are treating you the way you want to be treated. You can't change people, especially if they're like an adult. Like, it's not your job and it's not your business. Your only business is how people treat you and how you treat other people, because that's the only things you can really control. So I guess to close this whole thing out is to just say, never be scared to like tell people how you feel and how they're making you feel. That's part of self-love. Another thing that is part of self-love is to not let people steal your energy. Your energy is very valuable. It's basically time. And just like people say, you know, like time is money. You never get time back. You know, same thing with your energy. Like, if you have somebody that's constantly draining all of the good energy out of you and they just leave you feeling like, ugh, all the time, like, that's not you loving yourself. You have to get out of the presence of that person. You have to do it. And if you are an energy vampire and you are noticing that when you're around certain people that you're triggering them all the time, then you have to sit back and think about, what is it that I'm doing that's triggering this person, and then try to correct those things. Because I don't care what anybody says, it's not normal to always have conflict. Like, I know some people that's like, people always doing this to me and people always doing that to me, and I'm like, dog, that's you. Like, it's no way possible that everybody is picking on you, or everybody you interact with, it turns out wrong because it's the other person's fault. Nah. And that's a good way for you to figure out if you're an energy vampire as well, because if you are that person I just described that has just all these issues all the time with everybody, and just like, oh, I can't find a relationship, these dudes, these women, oh, this job, this is you. Yep, it's you. So I just want y'all to, you know, give me some feedback about it. It's so many videos on energy vampires, and like I said, Infinite Waters, he really helped me a lot when I was dealing with a couple of them, and even when I was trying to change some things in my life, and just, you know, it helped me to try to work out things on my own without having to dump negative energy onto someone. I think people want you to feel how they feel, and sometimes people don't feel as passionately as you feel, and that is okay. But you don't need to keep, you know, dumping it on them until they feel the way you feel, because that's not fair. And why would you want to be that type of person? You know, if you hate your life right now, or you're going through a rough patch, you probably got to do some work on yourself, and it's not everybody else's fault. So that's all I have to say about that. Hope y'all liked the video. Leave some comments.